Hey everybody, Sirturmund here again, and I think the meta has been broken. I know it's only day 2, might be a little bit too early, but remember on Tuesday night when I showcased you guys on the deck recommendations, an idea that I had with Shen and Akshan, telling you that we can do the double attack from the Sacred Protector and combine that with the Void Abomination. You guys remember that? Well, a player called Gwen Zoe, if you guys don't know about him, he's really great player and really great deck builder, took this a step further and replaced Akshan with Kai'Sa and refined the list even more to get us to this list here, which I actually think is absolutely busted. As you'll see in the games today, I feel like this deck has so much going for it and it's so hard for people to deal with it that it might be one of the top decks in the meta here within the next week or so. So if you want to jump in early and get some free LP while you can before everybody starts trying to counter this, I will go ahead and just jump on this deck. So how does this deck work? Well, let's think about a couple of things. So we got a couple new tools in Shurima that are really powerful. Spuercharge is Overwhelm Spell Shield, right? Remember that your Sacred Protector gives any card that has barrier double attack. So if you, one of the main combos with this deck is that you're able to give something double attack with barrier, do the Spuercharge on it, and it has Spell Shield and Overwhelm, right? So you end up with a unit that's going to have Spell Shield, Overwhelm, double attack, and barrier, just pushing a ton of damage that way. Obviously, that synergize is even better when you have something like Kai'Sa, or when you have something like Void Abomination that can copy those keywords. So let's say that you have Kai'Sa in the field and you have second skin, and you get Spuercharged to a different unit, do the Sacred Protector in a different unit, then you're able to copy all the keywords and put them on Kai'Sa as well. Nuts. Think about that. That's nuts. You end up with 2 Ruin Runners that both have Papercraft Dragon on them, pretty much. Except that it's going to be like permanent, right? It's so many combos in this deck to talk about, right? The other really good card that I'm going to introduce is Ekko Student. So Ekko Student is a 2-mana 3/1. And yeah, you know, the 1 health is a little bit weak and gets vulnerable to like Battlefield and Pokestick, but his ability is nuts. The fact that he gets barrier anytime that one of your other units gets barrier, it means that you can just completely shut down some people's attack. Think about this. Let's say that it's the opponent's attack and you have a Ekko Student on the field. Opponent develops a unit and then you just summon Blast Concealment. And now you have 2 units on the field that both of them have barrier, and the opponent cannot attack anymore. And just like that, they lost their attack turn. Similarly, obviously, when you're attacking, you can synergize this with Shen and have Shen put barrier on something else, and the Ekko also gets barrier, and now you have 2 units with barrier attacking, that if the opponent's not blocking them, then slowly they start dying and slowly just losing the game, right? Not only that, but Ekko is really good because you can also just kind of just tuber level Shen with it, right? Every time, if you have Ekko in the field and you have Shen there, you're pretty much getting 2 barriers every time to progress that Shen level up. So really, you only need to see 2 attack and you kind of just win the game. The rest of the deck is kind of just built in order to support that the combos that you have. This is, honestly, this is just a combo deck when you think about it. So I don't know if you guys remember Sivir Akshan Ionia back in like summer of last year that Rubensu popularized. This reminds me a lot of this. This is really a combo deck that's just trying to get to that combo and make that combo unstoppable because you have stuff like the Knight to back you up. Now you have stuff like Spell Shield to stop your units from dying. And you have just so much value everywhere else. This deck does so much that it's hard to put into words, as you kind of see. Kind of just losing track of what I keep saying and jumping around a lot. The boiling is just here really to give us keywords to be able to level up our Kai'Sa. Sometimes you get some really high roller keywords that can work really well with Void Abomination. Everything else here, the ceiling is there for kind of comboing out with the Ekko Student. Sonic Wave is really good because it lets you challenge, right? Because your units a lot of times have barriers, so you're able to challenge. It also means that this is the way that you're able to get Challenger in this deck, because there's no other card in this deck that has Challenger. Let's say that with Sonic Wave you can. So you can put Sonic Wave, let's say, when you have a Kai'Sa on the field, and then you end up with 2 units that have Challenger, and then obviously your Abomination later in the line is also going to have Challenger. Merciless Hunter is just really good. Fearsome gets vulnerable against synergizes with your barrier. Quicksand is just really good in this meta because a lot of units can get hit by Quicksand. Shadow Assassin gives us Draw and Elusive. Tasty Folk is just there for the lifesteal and lets us stall out. Deny and Supercharge, obviously counter spells, etc. Spirit Refuge is really good because it also gives us lifesteal, and it synergizes really well with the Kinko Student because again, you get multiple units that have barrier. Shen and Kai'San are champions, really good win condition, but these two over here are really our third and fourth champion. Like these two units are good enough to be champions. Second Protector gives barrier, Trust the Shen, gives double attack to everything that has barrier. It's just so many things at once, right? And then the Abomination just comes down later in the game with every keyword that you have seen in the game, including double attack, including elusive, including lifesteal, challenger, quick attack, and just wins the game on the spot a lot of times. Enough about that. Like I said, this list, specifically this list, was made by Grandpa Rogi. The only thing that changed is that I added a second deny to play around Vengeance, because people could always use Vengeance your Protector, or your Abomination if you don't have Spell Shield on it, because unfortunately Supercharge is not burst speed, so you have to summon the Abomination first. I guess you could put Supercharge on another unit and then summon the Abomination. That also works, but let's say that you only have one, you have no unit on the field, then it makes your Abomination vulnerable to Vengeance. So I like the second deny. I reduced one tasty poke. Everything else is exactly as Rogi did. Yeah, enough talking. This is probably my longest deck breakdown, because I do think this Kai'Sa deck with Shen is actually busted. Like absolutely busted. So I hope you enjoy the games coming up soon. You'll see why I say that it's busted. As always, if you like the content, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to us. We post LoR videos every single day. I'll see you all at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. Here we'll be going against Gwen Zoe. I think this is gonna be like a invoke deck, right? We got what we want. The Abomination usually ends up just winning games on the spot. Is the rest of our hand actually good though? Is it good enough to keep this? You know, I'm gonna greet this out. This game is gonna go long. I feel like this game is gonna go very long. That I think we're always gonna get the chance to play the Abomination. So I'm okay just playing it. I'm okay keeping it in my hand and kind of going from there. Now we will need to get that Supercharge, because obviously the Equinox is a big punish. This is also gonna get so much value, and we cannot kill it until turn at least 4 at earliest, which is kind of annoying. No need to block this here. Okay, so it's just gonna be an elusive deck, I guess, taking advantage of the Halo buff. That's annoying. If it doesn't develop, it lets me do this, which is pretty good for us. That's pretty good for us. I think we always go ahead and kill the flight, by the way. I think we always go ahead and kill the flight if we have the chance. Opponent... Okay, we just kill Zoe then. If you want to give me Zoe, that's fine. Or do we kill the Asmus? Do we actually kill the Asmus and just pull Zoe with the Sonic Wave instead? How greedy is that? I mean, I guess we can do the same thing, right? We can do the same thing next turn. This way we stop him from getting value here and stop ourselves 2 damage. We can just pull the Asmus instead of pulling the Zoe, right? We did let him get a draw, which is kind of annoying. Okay. So he hasn't played the card, whatever card he hit with the Shine. So like, because we can do this, right? We can do this and just kill this with this and have our Fearsome. I like playing the Blast Concealing on the opponent's defensive turn. That's like one way to punish them. So we can just kill her as well then, right? Yeah, we just kill her right now. Wait, no! Ah! I was 1 mana off. I was 1 mana off, guys. That feels so bad. That feels so bad. That feels really bad. I'm gonna go like this. If the opponent wants to block this here, be my guess. It makes this more vulnerable to die into a barrier. For some reason, I thought I had the 3 mana. That's a little bit unfortunate. That's a little bit unfortunate. That's actually going to be game winning for him. Because now we take all this damage. Okay, opponent's trolling. Because now he cannot attack. I think opponent just threw the game right there. Now he cannot attack with Gwen. At least this is going to have Challenger though, right? And lifesteal. Do we give this? Do we do the lifesteal now? We could have given impact, by the way. That would have leveled up the Kai'Sa. Actually, we should have done the impact. That would have leveled up the Kai'Sa. I guess no. Kai'Sa's gonna level up anyways because of the quick attack. Okay, so Kai'Sa levels up, allowing us to clear his whole board, right? Because Kai'Sa will target all his 1 health units. Yeah, perfect. Opponent will need to find the stun. Opponent will need to find exactly the stun. If the opponent finds the stun, do we get punished by doing this?
There's still time. There has to be.
So Kai'Sa levels up here because the quick attack counts as the 6th keyword.
I know how to.
We can give her lifesteal if we wanted to, but the lifesteal is not gonna matter because opponent would just. So he needs to find the stun. Otherwise, the Kai'Sa's skill will kill it. Wait, that doesn't work, opponent. Okay, so we have to give her lifesteal.
Adapting my method. Come on.
We don't hit the Gwen, unfortunately. So we don't hit the Gwen. We hit the host. We don't even hit the elusive either, which feels really bad. We don't hit the Gwen. We don't hit the host. But we can do the same thing with the last turn, where if the opponent doesn't open attack. Wait, we just lose to that elusive, by the way. I'm pretty sure we just lose to that elusive. We need to top deck the quicksand. If we don't top deck the quicksand, we just lose to that elusive. The elusive is gonna do like 20 damage to us. If we don't top deck the quicksand, yeah, there you go. Oh, well, okay, that's 10, 12.
Back in your hole.
Opponent needs to have just 1 damage, spell cascade, anything else? Alright, I guess we have a chance. We have a chance, guys. Copium. We have a chance. I can't believe I let that Gwen... Man, I can't believe I let that Gwen stay alive all those turns ago. I can't believe I did that mistake, by the way. We can just play Impact here. We don't have... The other downside as well is that we don't have access to... Man, those elusives are putting in work. We don't have access to the Spuercharge. Spuercharge would be so good here. If you have it, you have it, man. Spuercharge would be so good here. So opponent has a Celestial card that can kill our units. I would love to have Spuercharge here, please. Alright, we don't get it. We have to go for this. This is also an elusive unit, which is pretty good. Opponent could have the Equinox right here. Equinox would be a really good hit. Equinox would be a really good hit. Yeah, there we go. So by doing the Equinox, it stops us from actually being able to... So we're going to do here. We're going to do the Fearsome. Because opponent doesn't have any Fearsome blockers. This is killing all his units except for Gwen. Right? So we can pull the Gwen right here. That way the opponent cannot Phantom block and we can lifesteal back up. Everything else is going to die. Opponent loses the elusive. We go up to 11. We could also just pull. Do we have lethal here? Fearsome is 10. No, we don't have lethal. Once again, we need to top deck. Once again, we need to top deck the quicksand. If we don't top deck the quicksand, we lose the game. Did we have lethal? I don't think we did, because opponent can just Phantom block. Yeah, opponent can just Phantom block for days. So we never had the lethal. Opponent could have the elusive from the Solari Priestess. Oh man, I just can't believe that misplay from earlier, because we would have had another Sonic Wave to start killing his units. Yeah, that's the Golden Sister. So opponent attached with the elusive and they win the game. If we don't draw the quicksand, we lose. Shadow Assassin is really good if the opponent doesn't open attack. The opponent doesn't open attack, but he gets the Gwen. We can deny the Gwen skill. We can block the elusive. We have a chance, Copium. This is only doing 5. Do we even care about that? We don't even care about that, do we? We keep the deny for a potential, like... We just keep the deny for a potential... I mean, opponent's gonna be able to lifesteal all the way back up, right? But we just keep it for something else later, right? For like an atrocity. The Silver Sister dies to the Kai'Sa skill. So the Silver Sister will die to the Kai'Sa skill. Give me another Abomination, please. Or this. This also works for me. So we can give it to... Wait, we might be able to get sneaky with the Fearsome. Because Kai'Sa is going to get the double attack here. So Kai'Sa gets a double attack as well. And we can pull both Fearsome blockers away. And now we have a chance. Because we can pull the Gwen away. And we can pull the Silver Sisters with the other one. And this is going to... Okay, this is going to be nuts, right? So we can go like this. Gotta make sure we kill that Gwen, though, right? Gotta make sure we kill that Gwen. Oh, he has another Fearsome blocker right here, though. He does have another Fearsome blocker right here. I forgot about the Paramore. Do we kill this Paramore right now? Or do we just keep the mana for the deny? Problem is that the opponent can Phantom block this, right? Opponent can Phantom block this, preventing our heal. So I do think we always pull this. This is pushing more damage this way. Even if opponent's gonna have to sacrifice their Paramore right here. They cannot block this here. And we should be okay. This is only pushing an additional 4 damage, and it taps us out the 9. We go back up to 12, and this is the opponent's second Gwen. They have another card right here that we probably don't care about too much. We get to lifesteal back up to 12, call it a day. We get Shen next turn. The problem is, again, we don't have an elusive, right? We don't have a way to block the elusive. So once again, if we don't get that quicksand, we lose the game. If we don't get that quicksand, we lose the game because the flight is gonna be up to 12 at this point. Oh wait, it's not even doing enough. I think we always steal quicksand. We always steal quicksand because I don't want to take that much damage. We keep the Fearsome on the field, by the way. By keeping the Fearsome on the field, we're in a decent spot. We can always summon this guy next turn. Ah, no. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let you do that. And there we go. Woo! We made a pretty big misplay before, but this deck just feels busted. And you can see why. You can get so much value. We lost the Abomination to an Equinox. We made a misplay with our pool early in the game. We went through 2 Gwens, and we still got there. GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Kai'Sa Akshan. So I'm guessing this might be similar to the deck that we showcased the other day. I feel like I don't want to Sacred Protector this early. I have gotten punished before by keeping the Sacred Protector this early. I don't mind the Sonic Wave though. I think it could be good value with the King Custodian in our hand. We just need to find something else that can give us barrier, like Shen. What keywords is this? What, Spell Shield? Spell Shield is really good. But we do have the Supercharge already that gives us Spell Shield, so maybe not as good. Maybe not as good. We can wait. Okay, well, I'm down to do it here. I'm down to do it here, call it a day. So we can play on curve, to be honest. The Shen on turn 4 is going to completely demolish this attack, which is what we're looking for in this situation. Obviously, opponent has no way to really pull this right now because of the Broadwind nerf. It also means that his units later on are gonna have, you know, the Broadwind stuff, so that's pretty good. We just go here. This is too much value because we're always able to get barrier, especially because we have the Spirit's Refuge. Even if the opponent is able to open attack, we'll have the Spirit's Refuge available to be able to give 2 units barrier, right? So I think we just go ahead and play it like this. We get the Kai'Sa, pretty nice. Go ahead and just get the 2 damage in. We don't have to do Shen on turn 4. We can just do the Spirit's Refuge, which again will give barrier to both my units, which is where the value of Kinku comes in and why he's so good. Like the fact that the Kinku student gets barrier whenever you also like have a unit is so good. We can also just do Quicksand now and call it a day. The barrier is also really, really good against Sivir, right? So, sure. We could have some Shen, to be honest, and call it a day. Okay, if the opponent wants to do it like this, I'm okay with that. I'm A-okay taking that damage. I think we just need to go get some additional value here. Okay, well, we also have the Shen now, so this is gonna be even more value with how many keywords we can get. Do we even want to attack? To be honest, I don't think I do. If the opponent doesn't want to do anything here, I'm okay with this. Because I don't want him to... As long as I have this card in my hand, I don't want the opponent to get value. We have a second Shen, which would allow us to level up our Shen anyways. And we have enough blockers that I'm not too concerned about anything that the opponent does right here. If the opponent goes like this, am I okay with this? Sure.
I can almost taste the void.
Sure.
Virtue guides me.
Not too concerned about that. We can always pull that away. Right? And he was going to get activated regardless. Second skin means that we can actually give Challenger to the Kai'Sa as well, by the way. So we can always give Challenger to the Kai'Sa as well. But we're still missing 1 keyword, which we're not getting unless we do the lifesteal. I guess we just go for it.
Adding to the arsenal.
Let's just kill this here for free, right? The problem is that we don't have our combo pieces, right? We don't have our combo pieces and the opponent has everything else that they need. Do we still kill this? I don't even know if we care. I mean, we have Quicksand for it next turn. So I don't know if we care.
Here is where we make
I guess we care now, right? Because the opponent gets their own Kai'Sa, that's gonna have tough and lifesteal.
stronger.
And if they get supercharged, then we get punished for not actually killing it when we had the chance. But with double Quicksand and Stand United, we have a lot of value that the opponent needs to deal with. Especially the Stand United lets us kind of just protect ourselves, right? So he can second skin the Guardian, which I don't know if that's correct. We can also just do this now. Call it a day. No supercharge though is kind of unfortunate.
Adapting my methods.
But it didn't use supercharge, so that's also okay with us. We're also missing 1 keyword. Again, we can always do the Spear's Refuge for the last keyword. I don't know how good that actually is. When it gets lifesteal, Challenger, everything in here. We can just go here and have access to Quicksand, right? We know we're gonna tell the opponent, hey, look at us, we have another one in our hand. This is unfortunate. Do we protect the Shen? I think we do. I think we bait the opponent into attacking the Kai'Sa. And then we can put the Spear's Refuge on the Kai'Sa. Oh yeah, okay, so she will level up here because of the double attack. Okay. So that was the last keyword that we were missing. The problem here is gonna be that elusive. That elusive becomes a really big problem. Now he does have formidable, Oh, he doesn't have elusive. That's just can block elusive. It counts as a keyword. So he actually doesn't have elusive. Why does this count as a keyword? He could challenge the Protector, but again, we have access to Spirit's Refuge. Opponent will have to have their own Quicksand. And if we want to play around their own Quicksand, then we just do Quicksand instead of the barrier, right?
I am the hunter. I can feel it. They're afraid.
If we ever get an Order Abomination, now we're gonna have we're gonna have everything, right? So he should always just pull the Sacred Protector here. Oh. I'm okay with this. He doesn't want to let the Kai'Sa get lifesteal, which is completely fair. We can just give the Kai'Sa we can just give the Kai'Sa the double attack, right? While also leveling up the Shen. I think we go ahead and kill the Abomination, no reason not to. Because he has Challenger. Nothing else that he has Challenger. We have the second skin to give Kai'Sa double attack. Or we can just... We don't care about Shen. We have Challenger as well on the Kai'Sa, so we're able to pull anything. We can give this the barrier. This is also going to have the barrier and double attack. So Shen is going to be the only one that doesn't have barrier, and we can go ahead and do the Sonic Wave to keep it alive. So the only problem is not Spuercharge. Like if we had Spuercharge, I would feel so much better about this. But the fact that we don't just feels really, really bad. Kai'Sa is also leveled up, which is really nice. Oh, we could, you know what we could have done? We could have given lifesteal. We could have done the Spirit's Refuge instead. That also that was probably better. That was probably better. What about we just do this? Just to protect our Shen. Just that way we don't have to actually spend anything, right? That way we don't have to actually spend anything. If the opponent gets greedy, we have the Resonating Strike to be able to buff something up.
I will end this here.
So this way he will lose the Kai'Sa because we can do the Resonating Strike. Opponent's gonna have to have quick attack. Quicksand, right? Can we just Shen barrier? But then the opponent has enough mana for a Quicksand, which is probably what they're looking to do right here. In which case, I'm just gonna do here, right? This will kill the Kai'Sa. I don't care about losing my Kai'Sa if I can take his Kai'Sa away with us. Because I feel like we have enough value between all the Shens that we have that we win the game if the opponent loses the whole board. Okay, if they do this, then now they just lose again to the Shen, right? Don't they just lose the game to the Shen? I guess they don't lose the game, but it's gonna be very close. They're gonna keep everything. They're only gonna keep the Abomination on the field. I guess the opponent just trying to get that out of the way from us, which I guess makes sense, right? But that was a considered out of the way, and we still got to kill their Kai'Sa. We keep our own Kai'Sa alive, which now has double attack every single time with Challenger and Quick Attack. And we get the Merciless Hunter now, which is pretty nice. Lightning Assault? Oh, it's gonna give the Scout, huh? It's gonna give the Scout. Do we care? If we're gonna do this, we need to do this now. While still keeping the second Shen in our back of our hand. This one is just gonna die, right? So I want him to attack and then we just do the Spirit's Refuge and he will die. We can go ahead and do the Kinku Student. Actually, let's go ahead and do the Merciless Hunter, right? Because I feel like I'm always gonna want to drag it. I'm always gonna want to drag one of these units anyways, right? Or do we do the Kinku student, knowing that this is gonna get barrier and the opponent would never attack anyways, right? Opponent never attacks it to us anyways, aside from the Abomination. Wait, why did we pull that one? We should have just pulled on the other one, by the way. I just realized that the Merciless Hunter had to go on the other Abomination. Okay, so we got punished here because of that. So it had to be the other way, right? It had to be us doing just saving mana for quicksand. I completely forgot about the sharp side. So that's my fault. But now we still have Shen, who's now gonna have barrier and double attack. We still have a quicksand. We still have the Kinku student as well. I think we just saved the mana for deny though. I guess we can go like this. Do the Shen and have mana for deny. And we should be okay. We just need to kill his abominations and we should be in a good spot. Opponent is forced to block here. We can pull this one away with Shen now because it's damage. And we can challenge the other one with Kaisa. And everything else is going to have the double attack. And we had denied to stop a potential... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we have a denied to stop exactly this. Opponent will have to have another, right? Okay, Vital Negation. So they're able to kill Kaisa. Which means that we lose that Challenger. We still go here. Opponent's still gonna have to attack, block with everything, right? Do we keep this alive? I think we have to, right? Why did we sacrifice a Merciless Hunter? Why did we go like this? Why did we go like this and everything here is gonna have double attack? The only downside is that this one doesn't get buffed, right? Opponent still has the Abomination, and if they get the Supercharge, we lose the game. Oh wait, this has Formidable. So this actually doesn't even kill this. Because he has Formidable, it doesn't actually even kill this because it's only doing 1 damage. I was like, why is the Merciless Hunter staying alive? This is lethal. Yeah, you have to put some damage on your guy. Now, the Supercharge here is kind of annoying, but the opponent doesn't have Overwhelm or doesn't have Elusive. So how strong is that Supercharge really? We have another Quicksand. Opponent already committed double Concerted Strike, already did the Vital Negation. And we get Spirit Strike here. Okay, so we're feeling pretty good here. And the Formidable means that this is actually dealing 2. So this is why Formidable can be really bad in this deck, because of this exact scenario. Like, his card is actually doing less. It's not a threat, right? It's not a threat whatsoever. I'm gonna just go ahead and commit this now. Call it a day. Because we have access to the Quicksand and not scared of anything else that the opponent has. And that's game. The opponent only has 1 card in their hand. And the 1 card in their hand is not gonna be enough to stop us. And we have Lifesteal as well because of that now. So yeah, GG's. That feels pretty bad. That Formidable actually feels pretty bad. So we get to go against Illaoi Bard. So opponent's playing Illaoi Bard. If they're playing Illaoi, maybe they're playing the new card, right? That would be my guess. Is Quicksand good in this matchup? Is Quicksand good in this matchup? It could be. I think I'm gonna go like this first. Maybe the Shadow Assassin was a little bit greedy. Yeah, maybe the Shadow Assassin was a little bit greedy, but you know, might not be the worst thing in the world. Faded? Do we care about Faded? Sure. Faded is not the worst. Faded is not the worst one to get, to be honest. So I'll just take it. Do we want to attack now? I think I'm okay with this attack. If they want to block, you know, he can trade 1 for 1 with the Tentacle, but it means that the Tentacle is going to be 1 less stronger, which might end up being pretty good for us. Yeah, there we go. He decides not to. If the opponent has the Overwhelm guy next turn, we're going to have to just do the Merciless Hunter. Oh, they get the Shine. Tentacle Smash is the scary part. Yeah, so he goes like this. We'll go ahead and just do this like here. Maybe he doesn't actually commit to the attack. In which case, why don't we do the Tasty Folk first? That allows me to block that regardless, right? I'm willing to pass. We can kill the Seas Boys with the Merciless Hunter, right? All we need to do is play for the Abomination, right? We need to play for a big Kai'Sa, big Abomination, and we win the game. Kai'Sa's gonna be a 4 because of her own quick attack. So we have Faded, Lifesteal, Fearsome. Oh, opponent's gonna pass. Opponent has access to something that I don't want to play into. We can just pass here because we have Deny to stop any of his big spells now. So now we get access to Deny. So whatever the opponent does is not gonna be a big deal for us. Okay, well, that Illaoi is a big deal. That Illaoi is a big deal. Elusive puts us to 4. Quick attack puts us to... So if they do a Tentacle Smash, I'm gonna have to deny it. Unfortunately, that Tentacle is gonna get really big. Like, really big. You have to commit the Seas Boys, man. You can't just, like, not commit the Seas Boys, in my opinion. Oh. I'm willing to do this. This is really risky now. I don't have Challenger. If I had a Challenger, I would feel a lot better about this. You don't have the keywords to actually evolve just yet. We could do the Shadow Assassin. See what we get. Or is it just Kai'Sa right now and give her Elusive? Just Kai'Sa now, give her Elusive, call it a day. Or we can give her Faded. We can give her Faded because it's going to make our boiling a little bit stronger. Yeah, we're not going to let that happen. We lose to a second Tentacle Smash though now. Which is the problem. But now we're going to have the Protector. With the Protector in the field, how is the... I think it's going to... No, it's a Faded or it's a Elusive? We should just give her Elusive, right? Just push our damage right now and call it a day.
Adding to the arsenal.
I'm willing to kill this right now so the opponent doesn't get a big overwhelm Tentacle. And just push some damage. I think I'm going to need to try to kill him as soon as possible. Oh, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that. Now that she has Elusive, we can do the Sacred Protector and give her Barrier. The only problem... And then we can summon Shen, obviously. While having Deny. Okay, we got the Abomination. Okay, so this should be game. Well, I say that, but the opponent does have big attack right here, right? And they could technically have the rally. They could technically have the rally. If they have the rally, do we just lose the game? So if the opponent has rally, do we just lose the game? So do we have to just commit for the Sacred Protector next turn? I think I cannot tap out because of this deck plays rally. This deck plays the 5-cost rally. So I don't think I can tap out of the rally mana. I think it's kind of throwing if I do. Now we do know that he just showed us that he plays the stun, which is kind of unfortunate, but we do have the deny. Is this enough to win the game? Kai'Sa's gonna be at 6, so that's gonna be 12. Opponent gets the elusive, so it's not gonna matter. So because the opponent did this, I don't think we can play around the rally anymore. If they have the rally, they have it. Yeah, I don't think I can play around it anymore. Right? If they have the rally, they have it. If they have the rally, they have it. I cannot play around it anymore. Because he has an elusive blocker, we're never presenting lethal next turn anyways. So I'm just gonna pretend that it's not real. Because if we fall behind that much, we're always gonna just lose the game. And there it is. Oh, Tentacle Smash? Okay, I'm okay with that. So I'm okay with the Tentacle Smash because we have access to the Abomination, which is also going to get double attack and everything else. And we can transfer that over to Kai'Sa. Opponent will need to have the next Tentacle Smash, right? So opponent's going to have the next Tentacle Smash. Now, it's actually better to do Shen. It cannot be Shen because we don't have Overwhelm. We don't have the Overwhelm, so it doesn't make sense to it to be Shen. If opponent doesn't have another Tentacle Smash, we can transfer over the keywords to Kai'Sa. And we're in a good spot. Because we'll have double attack with everything. And Kai'Sa herself is going to do a lot of damage. Because Kai'Sa is going to have a ton of keywords. Now the Overwhelm, I mean, we get to lifesteal, so that's a good thing here. Oh wow. Oh wow. So this is pretty good here, right? We should actually kill this though. We should 100% kill this. We should 100% kill this. We are gonna get denied. We're gonna get denied at least one lifesteal because he can just Phantom block. So he can just Phantom block because this thing is gonna kill the unit that Kai'Sa is gonna like. Oh wait, okay, he didn't have to stun. All right, just easy. Look at that, double attack. I think it was correct to pull the C's voice though, right? Just in case the opponent has, like, if the opponent has a stun or something, we're able to kill it. I guess if he has the Cosmic Binding, he can stun one of our lifesteal. Kill the Shadow Assassin, and then also Phantom block the other elusive, and he still gets there. So a little bit unfortunate, but GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Scouts. Can they go faster than us? Now we get a lot of value because of the whole barrier stuff, but obviously the Misfortune skill can remove the barrier. Am I supposed to play for Kai'Sa in this matchup? I think I want to look for Shen instead of Kai'Sa. Misfortune is really good against these units that have 1 health. Spell Shield. Bait it. I'm just going to summon this now. Technically, the Faded is not bad. So I'm going to summon this now. Just get the block out of the way. We don't want the opponent to keep a big board. The fact that the opponent is playing Shell Shocker tells me that they're playing the version of the deck that has access to Inspiring Light. And if they have access to Inspiring Light, then I want to make sure that we kill it before he can do any value there. This is really good against a Browin, right? If the opponent summons Browin. We really want Shen here. This is really good at completely stopping his attack. Yeah, so opponent goes for the Browin. Do we do the Quicksand now, or do we just do this now instead? Or do we just let it die? Perfect. I was literally just gonna let it die. So I'm glad that the opponent decided to not do anything, because it would have been pretty bad otherwise. We can do the second Kinku, we can do the Blast Concealing, have everything with barrier, and get a pretty big attack here. And then just do the Sonic Wave. See what the opponent does. I guess the Sonic Wave doesn't actually kill anything except for the... Actually, we can kill that Browin, right? Yeah, we can kill that Browin. Should we kill the Sculpture instead? I'm gonna say no for now. The Inspiring Light is gonna be kind of annoying. We don't have our champions, which is really bad for us. We don't have our combo. We just committed our barrier here. Okay, we get the Boy of Abomination, who's gonna have barrier, faded, right? We'll have to have... Okay, not great, not great. This is not great. We have a leveled up Kai'Sa now, which can actually be very good at clearing his board. So this actually kept barrier, by the way, because of the Boy Abomination giving a barrier, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. So because we drew the Boy Abomination, he actually is counted as getting barrier in our hand. So he gave the barrier to the thing. Oh, we get our combo now, right? The only problem is that we don't really have any keywords here. It said that we do. We have the Spuercharge. The Spuercharge feels pretty good here. No? Don't we just Spuercharge and call it a day?
Gotta hit them hard.
This levels up Kai'Sa, meaning that Kai'Sa is gonna be able to actually clear his Fleet Feather at least. So he clears his Fleet Feather tracker and does 1 damage to everything else. Oh, he's gonna also give us the Surgeon. So we kill 2 of his units. And then next time we can do the Sacred Protector and have the Abomination, Abominable. Or we might have to just do Quicksand, right? We might have to just Quicksand just because of the fact that for the Demacia it's gonna be actually no, it has to be the Sacred Protector, right? Sacred Protector gives me barrier on 3 cards. The barrier does get removed here, though. The barrier does get removed right here. We might have to just do the Scout. Because opponent will try to kill this Kai'Sa, but opponent cannot really kill the Kai'Sa either. But he will be able to kill. Well, no, he only has Challenger here. He doesn't have Challenger on the Gwen. Then we just go like this. This gives my units all barrier. Everything's gonna have double attack. We have enough blockers here. I don't want to block with the Kai'Sa because the opponent could easily have the sharp side. But if we block like this, I guess we can always just kill. We can always kill the Queen with the Protector. Because we don't need the Protector anymore because we have this card, by the way. So this guy's gonna win us the game. I guess the opponent could have the sharp side for it. Wait, no, this has Overwhelm as well. Has Overwhelm and double attack. Yeah, so opponent could have the rally, I guess. That would be his out. So opponent would need to have the rally right here. If it's not rally, then we're still in a good spot. Even if it's rally, I think we're still decent. If it's the rally, we can still block everything except for the Coral, right? If it's rally, we can block everything except the Coral. It's not the rally, so it's just the Boy Abomination and we win the game. Yeah, okay, so it's just the Boy Abomination. We have Elusive and we have Overwhelm. Opponent could do the for Demacia, but I don't think that's going to be enough. And we can actually give everything to Kai'Sa as well. So this is where the big bomb drops in. So now our Kai'Sa is also going to be able to get all the second skin value, which means that she has all the keywords. Yeah, Sparing Light doesn't do anything. This has Spell Shield and everything else. We go here.
Adapting my method.
And we just go like this. No need to pull because this both have Elusive. So we don't need to pull, and that's game. Whew. Overwhelm, double attack, Elusive, Challenger. This is literally like having like a big Pantheon or like having a big like double attack Rune Runner. Except that you get to choose when and how you get your keywords. So GG's. Here, we're gonna finish up with going against Cactus playing Ekko Zilean, who's also already in Diamond somehow. Crazy enough. Quicksand should be really, really good, right? In this against this deck. Ooh, Sacred Protector feels so greedy early on. I really like the Quicksand value. Do we have to keep the Shadow Assassin? I think I don't mind keeping the Shadow Assassin. We get the Spuercharge, so if we ever get to our big combo turn, we have a chance. I guess we should have probably kept the. Should have kept that big boy then, huh? The other bad thing that the opponent's gonna have to worry about is our barriers. Now we do have to worry about their Quicksand, which is kind of annoying for us. So we do have to worry about their Quicksand, but the opponent has to be worried about us getting barriers value for free. Fortunately, our hand is very bad, so we might have to just sacrifice our unit into this Chronomancer and call it a day. Just so that we don't take that much damage. Yeah, we might have to just sacrifice into our Chronomancer, to be honest. I hate it because we don't get any value from Kinko Student. But it doesn't make sense otherwise for us to take this much damage. Our hand is just so awkward, which is pretty bad. We get the Merciless Hunter, which is not the end of the world. So we can kill that drop border, which I don't mind killing the drop border, to be honest. So I don't mind killing the drop border here, because it's one less unit that he's going to have for later. If the opponent summons Ekko right here, we can actually do the Sonic Wave and kill the Ekko as well. Okay, that's not an Ekko. I need to try to just get rid of his board before he's able to summon the Voice of the Risen, in my opinion. Okay, well, he's... Like, the fact that he's doing this tells me that I'm gonna be in a bad spot, right? No Shen. Okay, Blast Concealing is not bad. Blast Concealing is actually not bad at all. Because now we have a unit that, where the opponent has access to... He could just predict, huh? He could just predict, which is kind of unfortunate. This feels bad. Because let's say that we kill this now. Opponent just goes ahead and predicts and resummons everything. Okay. Could still do the same thing. Could still do the same thing, I guess. Do we try to look for a deny then? Not what we're looking for. I'm just gonna assume that he's not gonna hit it. I have to just assume that he's not gonna hit it. If he hits the Chrono Break, then he hits the Chrono Break. I cannot play around it. Like, if the opponent hits the Chrono Break here, he hits it. The Quicksand is a punish. Do we play around the Quicksand? Do we actually put the Supercharge here and play around the Quicksand? You know what? If he has it, he has it. If he has it, he has it. If he gets the Chrono Break here, Absolver. Okay, Absolver is also another punish. Okay. I had to get my, like, do my, like, I guess, do my hedge, right? Now this still has barrier. Now it's gonna have spell. She's gonna have overwhelm elusive, so it's still gonna be a big finisher. Opponent needs to kind of kill us this turn, right? Like, opponent needs to kill us this turn for them to not lose. The problem is that we don't have the deny, so if the opponent gets the Chrono Break, they will be able to do exactly that and just kill us. Okay, I say that and we get the deny. So I say that and we get the deny. I think we just kill everything. If the opponent gets the Chrono Break, they have it. Opponent has enough here to do Chrono Break and have Rana Negation. I can't play around it. I can't play around it. So I'm willing to just let this go. So four cards. Opponent needs exactly either 2 Chrono Breaks or Chrono Break and Rana Negation. I decided to sacrifice my Shadow Assassins because I was hoping that the opponent... Okay, this is good for us, so we can just deny this. Perfect. Does he even get Ekko back? Yeah, he does. Okay. Because depending on how he did it, he probably would have got an Ekko back, but he did get the Ekko back. This doesn't have the Evolve, unfortunately, because we never got Challenger. Drop Border. We also don't have Lifesteal, which is kind of unfortunate here. So is the Boy Abomination even make sense here? Honestly, Tough is not bad. But the Boy Abomination is pushing a lot more damage. But there's a chance that we get the Elusive right here. You know, let's go like this. Let's put a timer on him. This way, we know that we're going to win next turn, right? This way, we know that we're winning next turn. Opponent just shuffled their decks, which means that they won't get that Chrono Break on the top of their deck. Unfortunately, they ended up getting the Voice of the Risen, We ended up tapping out a Sonic Wave. So that would have been the only reason for us to actually wait. Because now we just lose the game here. So we had to be Boiling then, right? It had to be the Boiling. Unfortunately, we never got the Shen. We never got the Kai'Sa. We never got any of our champions. We tried to remove his board, but it didn't matter. We already committed the quicks, and opponent just open attacks here, and that's lethal. Maybe not. Maybe not, because we can do this. It would actually allow us to lifesteal. This has spell shield, so we can go like this, and we can go here. Do we lifesteal more? If the opponent has the Chrono Break, they just win, right? I mean, I guess we have the lifesteal, so we don't technically lose just yet. I need to force him to not have the Chrono Break. Or do we just block here, call it a day? But this is very risky because opponent could have the way to kill this. 7. He's gonna. This has spell shield. Okay. Oh, all right, we got it. We got it. Okay. Wow. That top deck lifesteal. So that's the crazy combo as well that you saw there. We gave lifesteal to the Merciless Hunter, and the Void Abomination takes the lifesteal as well and the barrier. Well, actually, just the lifesteal. I don't think he got the barrier. So he takes the lifesteal from the Abomination, and he ends up winning us the game. So GG's. This deck is just nuts. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoy those games. You see what I'm talking about? This deck is pretty crazy. It feels really, really crazy. I can't believe that Shen might actually be super meta again. Obviously, it's not just Shen, right? The big 2 win conditions here are your Sacred Protector, giving double attack, and your Void Abomination that can just keep everything, including that double attack and the barriers and everything else, right? This deck, again, credits to Rogi. I attempted my list, and the list that you guys saw when I did my deck recommendations was playing Shen Akshan instead, but it had the same idea where it was going to be Sacred Protector plus Abomination, but Rogi took that and refined it even more, came up with this version, which I think is a lot better, because you can see that Kai'Sa is actually able to put in a lot of work. Kai'Sa is a really good champion. So yeah, I think the deck feels nuts, and you saw how many good games we had. Okay, in terms of Mulligan though, I think I like keeping the Kinku Student a lot of times, because you can get a lot of value from him being able to get blockers, right? I definitely want to, I want to see Shen in my hand. So Shen, Kinku Student, I think are the main 2 things that you want to keep in your hand. That way you can start working on the Shen level up really quickly. Sometimes in certain matchups, as you saw against that Target matchup, I don't mind keeping the Void Abomination if I know the game is going to go late. I don't know that this card is going to just finish the game. Otherwise, it's going to be matchup dependent, right? If you're going against something that's going to rely a lot on keywords, maybe you want to keep Quicksand. If you're going against something that you know you need to remove soon, maybe you keep Sonic Wave or Merciless Hunter, Shadow Assassin, if you know you need to remove a lot of elusives, right? I really like this style of deck where like your mulligan is completely depending on your matchup, like Deny against like control decks, for example, just because it completely increases the flexibility that your deck might have. But in general, I do like, I like keeping Boiling as well, not back having a 1-drop and get a keyword out of the way. So Boiling, Kinku Student, Shen, everything else is going to be really matchup dependent. So, but yeah. Anyways, enough about that. I think this deck is nuts, so I hope you all enjoy it as you try it out. Again, give some love to Rogi. I pretty much copied his whole list, except that I added 1 more Deny. I think I added 1 Deny and removed 1 Tasty Folk. But everything else is literally list for list, his like card for card, his list. If you like the content, please make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LoR videos every single day. And you can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We're streaming 3 to 4 times a week. You can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again next time.